What's going on, folks? Thanks for joining me on another video. I am Duck Gun, and on today's video we will be talking about Boss Shotshells, and it'll be a video talking about my first impressions. But before we jump into the video, if you're new here, make sure you hit that sub button. We got lots of waterfowl content coming at you all season. My main gig is pumping out the videos once we get into season, but I definitely like putting out the little tutorials, the little tips and trick videos as well that you're going to see off season and during season as well. Also, you guys who are here probably already know it, but if you're new, we got a podcast called Ducks Gun Chronicles with my co-host Elliot from Freelance Duck Hunting, so don't miss that. Awesome. Comes out every week, and we stream it here live every week as well. So just for full disclosure, I am partnered with Boss Shotshells for the podcast. Awesome partners up there in southern Michigan, not too far from me, and I'm sure you guys have heard of them. They're making wakes in the industry with the awesome shells they've made. So these shells are Bismuth, Boss Bismuth, and they're awesome. So just before we jump to the video, I want to roll a little clip of examples of me using it. So roll the clip. So I had the pleasure of using them. Honestly, just the first time I got to use them was the last hunt last year, the last goose hunt. Had one flock come in and bam, the first goose I shot, it dropped it dead right there in the water. So awesome for that. It was 20 gauge using this stuff. And then since then, I decided I wanted to run through a box of it myself. On some pigeons, some farm pigeons, working on some dog training. So went ahead and ran through some 20 gauge number 6s, and let me tell you, I've shot pigeons with with duck steel or other things. You see feathers going everywhere, and the birds just keep flying. They're tough little boogers. But with Boss Shotshell, man, I've been dropping pigeons left and right. One shot, just pop, and they're dropping. So super impressed with the knockdown power I've been seeing out of these. So that's kind of just like a general first impression that I was able to get shooting these a little bit. But to tell you guys a little bit about them, like I said, they are Boss Bismuth shells, and the bismuth in them has super high density, definitely way more dense than the fast steels you're going to see nowadays. And so it's definitely opened up some doors. But a couple other things to mention. They did start coating them with copper, and the reason they coat them with copper is bismuth is soft like lead, not as soft, but it's soft, and so you get little dimples in it from all the shot compressing as it goes through the barrel, and then you get little flyers here and there, kind of like a wiffle ball. So they started coating them with copper, and that helps them keep their form, and it reduces flyers, and you can really get a really dense pattern. Even more so now that you're not losing random ones that got deformed too much. So that's one of the big pros to it. Also, again, 20 gauge. It makes 20 gauge even more deadly, and I've never had an issue with 20 gauge. I've always loved shooting 20 gauge, but with Boss Bismuth, it kind of brings it up another step. Another thing to mention is 2 3/4. You're getting super dense shells, and so I'm going to be able to bring out this bad boy. I've never used this for hunting ducks just because 2 3/4, I don't really feel confident. I know people a lot of times say 2 3/4 they do fine with, but just having the extra density, it's like shooting lead again. So it's pretty cool to be able to take this out, and stay tuned. I'll be definitely using this in waterfowl season and hopefully getting on the ducks with that. So get that back over there. So again, the main one I'll probably be shooting is 3 inches because I got the Magnum 20 gauge, 3 inches out of the 20 and 3 inches out of the 12, and then 2 3/4 again will be perfect for the over under because it doesn't chamber 3. So just want to kind of mention that. If you have a 20 light where you can't shoot 3 inches, I know a lot of the older guns, it's going to really bring some of those old guns back into play because you can throw in a 2 3/4. They make them in 20 as well, and you're going to be knocking down birds just like your grandpa did back in the day with a lead shot. So that's going to be super cool to see this season, the different things they can do. Another offering I'm super pumped about that they just announced they're going to be having is the number 4s and number 6s, a combo. I know they're doing it in the 20. I'm not sure if they're doing it in the 12, but that'll probably be my go-to, 4/6. So it's going to be a mixture, a blend. And, you know, I'm definitely going to go 6 for teal, but it seems like 6 will be a little small for ducks, even with the denser BBs going out there. So kind of a 4/6, you're going to have a super dense pattern with some 4s mixed in there with a little bit more knockdown. So, you know, that's kind of the general overview for them. I'm really pumped to get them out this season. Check them out, try them, and I'll definitely keep you guys up to date how it's going with that. And I'll definitely be getting out there and doing a pattern video before season. Like I said, I've already shot them a lot doing the dove hunting, and I know I'm going to probably get some hate, like people saying, hey, you're shooting this kind of premium load at pigeons, and it was just to get a better feel for it. You know, I've made a mistake in the past, and I've talked about it on a previous video, but I took shells out and I really didn't use them before season. I bought a whole case, went through all that. I didn't want to have you know, go out with a shell I wasn't confident in. So taking them out for the pigeons, I know that I'm going to be smashing the ducks. Super confident in them already. As you can tell from a lot of those shots, it's just popping, they're dropping dead. And I expect nothing less from them going against the ducks. So that'll be great. Like I said, I'll probably stick with some higher numbers just because some smaller BBs, so you know the 4, 5, 6 range, probably where I'm going to hang out all season. Maybe I'll drop down a little bit lower for geese. I'm not quite sure yet. Honestly, with the density, I've been hearing a lot of people saying they're staying right there at 4. So it'll be really interesting to see. Super pumped to get out there and try them, and super impressed so far. So if you guys want to check out these shells as well, I do have a link in the description. You can jump right over their website and check them out. So that's all we got for today. Like I said, guys, make sure to subscribe. We'll have more waterfowl tips and trick videos coming out, as well as the content. I've got lots of big news and big plans coming all season long. So I'm Jordan from Ducks Gun Chronicles, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Let's go.